can we hold against 5 outs? 88.64% to have a decent stack. We cannot. 20.5 big blinds, and that is step one towards the bracelet. I'm just going to fold 10-8 suited here. Chippy V, you would just call this hand, I imagine. But fold. We check here with Queen 10. Keeping a lot of stuff we dominate. Don't want to raise and get jammed on. Don't want to jam into a trap. Queen high can be really strong in these spots as well. Easy, easy, easy call. 2 overs and some showdown. That's a good card for me. I'm going to have a lot more 2x. Yeah, so I think you should heavily check this card. I see no reason to bet with my hand. Way ahead or way behind. Ace high is not going to fold. Don't really want to start bluffing into the chops and king highs. Interesting river. Obviously not folding versus a bet now. Unless he wants to overbet. So is my hand a value bet? Well, I think it must be. It's thin though. It's thin. And if my opponent is really aggressive, I would contemplate not doing it. But they could have rivered 10. They could get sticky with ace high, thinking we've floated with 6-7s or like queen highs that then bluff the river or something. Could have a hand like pocket 6s themselves that was limp trapping pre, or even like pocket 9s. So I think we just gotta value bet the river, and if we get jammed on, that'd be very unfortunate. Getting up to 20 big blinds again. Ace 8 suited. A very nice hand, but a very awkward hand to play at this stack depth. So I'm gonna carry on the pattern from earlier, and I'm gonna come in with a limp. Again, pretty nice hand to do it. And now we get attacked after not raising us once. Now they raise, and they raise big. They raise really big. I'm just gonna stick in ace 2 here against a fun player. And fold 4x. 4x is just a little bit too big. A little bit too big. I don't think it's the correct size. But people do respond weirdly versus limps. We find a chop here versus ace 4. Gonna go for a limp again here. Yeah, this guy acts fast. I mean, like, he's been folding a lot to the limps, and now suddenly comes with a 4x. I think it's pretty strong. Ace 8 suited. Maybe there's a strong argument that we still call, but 4x it's a lot of chips. Pretty big blinds at this point. It's very valuable. I'm gonna bet this board. I wouldn't mind also checking, because I can just call any flop, call any turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna start with bet. I can call it check raise with this hand. There's a lot of gut shots out there. I'm ahead of all of them. Now I'm gonna go into showdown. At 9x, can raise the flop a lot. So many gut shots out there. So many ways I can be ahead. Could be in for a tough river spot. We want to see an overcard because then there's less incentive for our opponent to bet. Well, 5 is actually one of the best cards in the deck. We just have to call. We can't fold. I like the snap bet it doesn't make me happy, but What can we do with ace high here when there's so many hands we beat? A 2's counterfeited. Like if you've got it, you've got it. You got a 5, you have it. Yeah, counterfeited too. 4 high is not good. Bet smaller. I think I would have called a much bigger bet, but I think he wants to start overbetting now, or betting at least pot, really, because he's saying he's got a full house. So gonna be all in at risk here with the ace 9. We've been called by 3 players, and we have the, what, 6-2 offsuit. What's going on? What do we need to dodge? A 7, a 2, a 6, and we've got diamonds covered. Yeah, how have we held here? And how are we so far ahead when we get called in 3 places? We must cover one of these guys, right? I think the big one was short. That would make the most sense there. Over here with ace 10 offsuit. I can probably jam. Not going to. Not against this guy. It's taken to the streets after he's been doing some pretty questionable plays. Can we have a c-bet and a king on the turn? I don't ask for much. Could check raise this. Not going to. Don't want to get blown off my equity. Can be good. Dominate all the ace highs. We both have all the king 10s. I think the 9 is a little bit better for me, but it's not amazing because I am still going to jam. Ace queen pre. I don't have kings. I don't have aces. Maybe I can have aces, but I'm just going to go over check again. Hopefully get the check back. We'll decide based on the bet size if we face a bet what we want to do. I like tank. Tank's a lot better than snap bet. Oh, there it is. Well, I say there it is. We don't have the nuts, but we do have a really, really strong hand. Do I come with overbet? Jam seems a bit too big. I'm just going to bet big. I mean, I'm not 100% sure what the best size is here, but I do know a 10 is never going to fold. And yeah, like check jam feels a little bit thin, a little bit. I mean, if we face a jam, I'm gonna be very, very upset. I'm actually probably gonna fold. But yeah, don't tell anyone I would have bet folded this. Yeah, I didn't have that much time there, but I think yeah, I'm gonna think about this hand a little bit more. So I have an interesting hand over here actually. I'll play this one out first. Defend versus min raise. And it's just whether to just get it in now. Am I going to face enough broadways? I'm going to start with a call. Pretty horrible card. A lot of hands now get there against me. AV jams. It's pretty brutal. It's going to just be. I don't think I'm going to have the price. 5.5 to win. 19.5. When I'm going to have 9 outs. Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, it's not the price unless he has draws. There's not many draws. Even Queen Jack's gonna have a hard time jamming the turn. Queen 10. Yeah, I think we fold. Maybe I should just get it in on the flop though. But the ace is pretty bad. Pretty far behind an ace. But gonna be all in this hand either way. Yeah, going back this ace 10 hand. Just thinking about my river size, like. I don't think I want to come in with a bet with 2 pair, so I think big bet does make sense. Because big bet is saying like 10 or a bluff. But he did check back the turn, so I think I can have some really small bets there as well. If I want to bet like 10% pot and say I've got 2 pair or like quarter pot, whatever the good size is. Looks like we're about to bust here in the 55. No pay jumps. Did we just come 69th? I think we did. We did. We finished in 69th position out of 1,865 players. But we've got queens in the WSOP. In a spot where we've been limping a lot. And Probably a spot where I would want to limp if I was a bit more shallow. But now that I've got 29 bigs, it's a little bit too much. I don't want to have a limp range here. Jam? Any jams? No. Oh, just the nuts. No, I don't want to check out this board. I want to range. Well, I mean, don't really want to range bet button very often, but on the free 2, so low. Let's just start with a small bet. See what transpires. Mainly folds when we block the top pair, but sometimes not. And now this obviously can still be a free street hand, but and check the turn as well. If I do bet, a small size is what I want to come with. So I think I'm going to do that. Still lots of pairs and flush draws out there. Lots of like 6-5, 1 club, 3 of clubs, X, 2 with some club hand. Like a lot of hands that I'm going to get value from by barreling the turn. You can still just have a queen as well, even though there's only 1 left. And I think I want to go for free streets with a hand so strong. And now I will be still betting the river. 4-5 does get there. Might check raise the flop. Might not. Yeah, I'm just gonna come with half. I mean, you could have like the ace of clubs sometimes, like ace 4, ace 5. I think there's a lot of hands that are just gonna call. A lot of hands gonna call. Jam is my worst nightmare right now. Having top set on a board where jam makes it a bluff catcher. That's what you would really hate to see. But you know, I would just fold versus this guy. I haven't seen him get out of line. I've seen him just be fishy weird. Long tank is nice. Don't see bluff jams after this long tank either. Call. Yes. Yes, we got him. We got him for free streets. And he did have the last queen, which is pretty unlucky for him. I'm pretty glad that we got the 3rd street there as well. Would have been nice. It would have been easy to check out the turn or check back somewhere. Yeah. Speaking of ace queen. Hopefully one of these 2 guys goes all in. Come on, Tal. We want to play for it. We want to play for your $725. We're ready for it. He's in. He's in. I can feel it. He's going in. He's going in. Min raise. Min raise. That looks strong. But obviously I'm still jamming, but what are you up to, Leo? If he jams, I'm not folding. Won't be folding ace queen. Snap jam. Got aces? You got aces? Nope. Ginger Snowman, thank you for the follow. I mean, what is this? What's a tank call here? Pocket jacks. That's a snap call, sir. Oh, win the flip for $725. Just no jack on the river. Just no jack. Diamond's bad. Diamond's bad. Oh, for queen. Nice. Really big, crucial flip to win there. What a big bounty. $725. And ace king in the next hand. Can we get a button jam? Is that greedy to go for 2 bounties in a row? A button jam here? A limp? Do we just go really big? Really, really big? Because we're saying we're committing to his stack no matter what. Okay. Realizing your equity in position against me, so I think I'm going to start with limp. Queen 10. Plays very nicely post flop against big blind. Anything we don't want to see as an all in, but I think that means we would have dodged getting in bad. 4x is a bit too big for the stack depth. Not too big for queen 10. But it is kind of sus. Wait, oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'll take that flop. I'll take that. He sizes down. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't make any sense for me to have raises because I just don't. The only good hand I have is Queen 10. So raise is just saying I got Queen 10, and obviously I have loads of medium hands. He's supposed to really bluff super heavily, whether he will or not, we'll find out. But I don't think I want to raise anything at this depth. I can just jam if he checks back anyway, yeah. Because like flushes don't exist for either of us really. Maybe he checks back. Ace X the club sometimes. But the check back is probably an ace that's going to struggle to fold, or a hand that's not going to bet anyway. I don't think he's going to reopen the action. 4x pre seemed pretty strong. Seemed like an ace to me. Fine, you got the yellow attack. You didn't come here to fold an ace. We got him. King 8. We got a hero. A hero over here. Does not believe. But yeah, he did not come here to fold one pair. I did not come here to bluff him. Fucking 9's here. I think 3-bet is definitely the play, and the only choice that we have is, do we want to go all in, or do we want to 3-bet non all in? And I'm going to start with non all in. Not folding versus an all in. More likely to induce a jam from a small bet when we choose to come in with a 3-bet non all in. Might see it. Might see some light jams. Cool. And now, this is a board that I actually want to size up because my overpairs at this stack to pot ratio are just happy to play for stacks, and my bluffs are really happy to just generate immediate fold equity. So I'm happy to start with half pot and be ready to get it in. If we're against a pair like 6, 7s, 8s, we're just going to get it in on the flop against the hands we want to get it in against, and if we're against 2 overs, we'll get to deny the equity, which is really nice for a hand like pocket 9s there. King Queen over here. Where have the short stacks gone? Well, there was loads at one point. Just going to start with a 3.2x against 22 big blind stack. Ready to play for stacks, of course, with King Queen, blind v blind. This call is great. I'm going to start with quarter pot c-bet on this board, Queen 10-5 rainbow. Polarized range. Range advantage. G9 does get there, but the stack to pot ratio is such that if he has Jack 9, he's getting my stack, so I want to keep betting. Let's go for this size. We'll be calling a jam. We'll be jamming a brick river. Unfortunate, but I think Jack 9 should actually call. So we might run into 2 pair here, but we can also run into draws, and we can run into Queen 9, Queen Jack. So it's just a pretty easy call. Hopefully it's Queen Jack. Jack 8, okay. Interesting jam. Can we hold? That looks like a hold to me. Nice. And I think we nailed that hand. Ship it. More importantly, we held. That's the hard part. That's the really hard part. Second in chips now in this $63 Super 6 bounty. Yay. Alky dance. We got the Alky dance. Whose idea was this? Amazing. That's all the reward I need. don't even care about the final anymore. Just wanted to see that. Ace 9 offsuit. Is a nice hand. Bit of a loop. We could jam. Gonna call though. to the low variant spot. Easy check call on this board. Can easily have the best hand against button open and c-bet. Should be c-betting a lot on this board. Most people c-bet actually more than they're supposed to, especially on paired 4. Button against big blind. And nice tiny size, even better. We could lead this card sometimes. Don't want to lead with my hand. Just allows him to play pretty perfectly over lead with this hand. Fold out all the hands that dominate, call all the better hands. Some worse hands can call, but just making the pot bigger out of position doesn't seem like the best idea. And obviously this run out is amazing for my range, and I would go crazy bluffing on this run out with loads and loads of hands, but my hand's got too much showdown. Just don't need to bluff with it. He's going to show down king highs, king 10 even. He's going to show down ace 7. Don't need to bluff. We want to check back. We want to check back. I think he barrels a 6 on the turn a lot, right? What is he saying? He's got to be bets this river that didn't bet the turn. Let's think about this. Pre bets the turn a lot. What do you think about this? I want to call. I do want to call. Check back and overpair. What are you not betting turn with? That is good. Saying you got a 6. How have you got a 6? Aces are block. Ace 3. I don't believe him. 5-6. Can bet the turn. I'm gonna call. He's got a 3. He checked back a. Yeah. It does make sense. Check back with a 3 and like nothing else. Yeah, nice hand from him there. I think my call is still fine. Obviously, I have a bluff catcher. It's pretty hard for him to find value with the bet check bet line on this board. Obviously, my hand looks pretty weak as well at that point. So I think once he bets some all, he's betting range on the flop. He's barreling a lot with draws on the turn with no showdown. Even the hand he's got, I think, could barrel the turn. And then when he bets the river, he's saying like, either I checked with a good hand, like a 4, I'm not really buying that. I checked with a straight, not really buying that. I checked with a 6, maybe some like ace 6, but then my ace is relevant, or pocket aces, then my ace is relevant. So I think the ace is a really good card for me to call with. And then the 9 isn't so great because a lot of his air is going to have a 9 in it. Like 9-7, 9-8, jack 9. But I mean, when you open the button, you end up with so much air. Like every jack 7 suited, jack 8 suited, and like there's so many offsuit Broadway hands that I'm fine with this call, to be honest. I think I fought it through, and I didn't win this time, but I think my reasoning was reasonable. I'm sure I can hope for. Pocket freeze here on the button. 17.2. I'm gonna go for the open jam. So I can roll and swap seats, and I'm gonna try tanking the pay jump with pocket freeze, given that we're 3 away. Getting it through is perfect when you've got pocket freeze. Ace jack. Nice that we cover the big blind. Gonna raise as an induce because the small blind should jam pretty wide when the button folds. Button should jam pretty wide as well. Big blind should jam pretty wide. Ace jack is just gonna be a great hand to raise call. And raise take is also pretty nice. Pocket fives. How do we play this one? It's pretty awkward. Pretty awkward. Do I come in with a limp? Do I come in with an open? Do I come in with a fold? Not 100%. I was limping a lot on the other table. 100% sure. Gonna save this spot. does seem pretty pretty awkward to play. Pocket fives in the hijack, 21.5 bigs with the ICM covering the bounty and the small blind. So many factors at play here. I think limp is going to be one answer, raise is going to be an answer, fold's going to be an answer. Maybe a solver does all of them. Who knows? Who knows? Facing a button open with a7 suited, I think we can call or jam. I don't mind either option. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna call. I think jam there is completely fine. I'd rather jam with offsuit ace-x, like ace-9 offsuit, ace-8 offsuit. Maybe some of the smaller suited aces, like ace-2 to ace-5 suited, and then ace-6, ace-7 suited. I think I slightly prefer call, but again, might depend which mood I'm in, how I respond with these hands. But they're all mixing up. My hand is not really worth 2 streets, so I'm going to start with check again. It's nice to have a 7 in my check range. It's nice to have an ace in my check range. And of course, if it checks through again, we're going to go for a river street. Button can check back foreseeably with like 5-6 suited, pocket sixes, some turn flushes, like some king high flush draws that didn't want to bet the flop. A lot of them do bet in this dynamic because he wants me to get my stack in. He's happy to run it with flush draws a lot on the flop. On the river, don't think we bet. Just wondering if one big blind is ever a thing here. To go for that super thin value dash, give myself an easy life, and hopefully the button calls so I don't have to think about this one, because don't really want to fold versus a bet that small, to be honest. Don't really want to fold. Big blind does have the most flushes, most offsuit hands. Okay, now the button's called. I think that allows us to get away from this spot. There is a really small chance we still have the best hand here, but is it good enough with the paths? 1.5 to win 11.5? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to fold it. I would have called if the button folded. Let's see what we've got. Club, yes. 2 pair, yes. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful hand. Do we come in with limp? Do we come in with raise? Do we come in with jam? I think a little bit too many big blinds to jam. 17. I'm gonna come in with raise with the ace king. Okay. Decent amount. Oh, this is pretty dicey. Do I want to see bet? Good suits, very good suits. This guy's range though, pretty worried about it. Queen 8-4. Check through, turn a king is great. Check through, turn a club is okay. Check through, turn an ace is great. Check through, most other turns not great. Check face a bet. Can potentially call if the bet size is right. Okay, okay, like that. To SPR. Check from the big blind. So the big blind's got something. Do I want to start bluffing with this hand? I think I don't. I think I actually want to check. I'm pretty sure it's going to mix. It makes sense to me as a mix, but check, try get to showdown. Seems okay. Interesting. Small bet after check back the flop. That makes some sense. Can be. I mean, pocket nines should have free bet called me off pre. Can I raise? Is this ever going to be a raise? Given the flop check through, they look so weak. Man, am I going to do this? Am I going to do this? It's only lose to 7s, 2 pair. I'm doing it. It's done. I've done it. Oh, no. No.